and workforce training. With a passion for vocational education, he has played a key role in shaping India's skill policies. As head operations at MEPSE, he drives industry-driven training programs and strategic partnerships. With over a decade in the technical and vocational education and training sector, he has led impactful projects with CII and RSDC, including the Scotch Award-winning Employability Skills Project 2019, the POSH initiative benefiting 2,100 individuals across 15 districts, the development of 35 plus skill qualifications of employment ready talent. An expert in policy execution, industry engagement, and program evaluation, he has been instrumental in bridging academia and industry. Today, he will share his insights on strategies for fostering partnerships with government bodies, corporates, and community organizations, as well as on monitoring and evaluation. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. And sir, I would like to invite Alok ji to welcome Shikhar ji with sapling. So we are eagerly looking forward to the session, and over to you.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Very good morning, sir.
Okay, so there are two sessions, so I'll be like, bothering you till lunch. So please be with me. And I want this to be participative because till lunch, if I'll keep on speaking all alone, then it will become very hectic for me. So I want it to me that this time Vishwa Kendra has handpicked the participants for this particular session, and you all have, a background and understanding about the skilling ecosystem for what is happening. Anything in and around skilling, you are aware, and you are representing around 10 plus states. Thank you, sir. Okay, so there are two sessions which I'll be taking in the first half. First one is strategic partnership for skill development and like our approach or our methodology towards collaboration with the government, with private sector, with community organizations and with the respective departments within the states. Before I start my presentation, I would like to give you a brief background about me as well as my organization I am representing. So as ma'am has shared that my name is Shikher Saxena. I have around 15 plus years of experience in the field of skilling. Fortunately or unfortunately, like my first job started with skilling, development sector. So I passed, like I did my post-graduation in MBA from Pune, and I ended up with one of the renowned industry association, which is Confederation of Indian Industry through campus placement. And so the vertical which was given to me to take care of that was skilling. And from there, the skilling journey started. Actually, frankly speaking, I like if I've done my master's in social work, so I would have some bit of understanding about the development sector. But I was like with a blank slate, having nothing, no knowledge. From there I started, and luckily the rigor for the skilling in this country started from there itself, 2010 when NSDC got established, and that is same year I started my corporate journey. So from there to Rubber, that is the Sector Skill Council, and now with management from last several years. So I have seen the change. I have seen all the schemes which is being launched and what all initiatives from where it was and where it is today and where it has to go the future. So everything, and like fortunate enough to witness And even I feel today more fortunate because through not directly, but through my efforts, through my work, I am able to make some impact with the stakeholders I was engaged. Not even my training partners, to trainers, to the learners, but their families as a whole. So behind the doors, everybody who's present in the room or somebody who's working in the development sector, there is a large impact indirectly we create in the life of the individual as well as their families we are dealing with. So talking about the Management, Entrepreneurship and Professional Skills Council, so the organization I'm currently working, it's a sector skill council and an awarding body. Majorly when we incorporated in the year 2015, and we were the last sector skill council which got incorporated by NSDC and ministry. So the areas was assigned to, there are 37 sector skill council catering to different set of domains. Like we have two types of sector skill council. One is horizontal and one is vertical. Horizontal are the sector skills councils which are cut across in all the sectors. So we are present across. So like management. So when I say management, it's mostly dealing with the professional services like your HR, your finance, your marketing. So that is the support function each of any company you say or any industry you go. So we are catering to that. And then in 2018, we got additional responsibility for Security Sector Skill Council, which is manpower security, not cyber security. So we are taking care of that. And we are fortunate enough that entrepreneurship ministry is having the name Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and we are the only council is having entrepreneurship. So that's another mandate which is given to us, and we are leading it quite well. And the rigor post-COVID, the rigor is started big time on promoting entrepreneurship and creating new enterprises within the country. The council is being headed by Colonel Anil Kumar Pokhriyal, who is CEO, current CEO, and the current chairman is Mr. R. Mukundan, who is also MD CEO of Tata Chemicals. Now coming to the topic for today. Okay, so these are the objectives of today's session. So I'll be covering in terms of a strategic partnership. What what is the strategic partnership means? Is it a one-way relationship or a two-way relationship?
Two-way.
Two-way, great. So yes, so it is like give and take. What's there for me? Both the parties are asking the same question. So even the client and the vendor, they are asking like, what's there in for me? अगर मैं आपके लिए कुछ कर रहा हूँ तो आप मेरे लिए क्या करोगे? As simple as that.
Give and take.
Okay, so give and take, yes sir, absolutely. So then aligning goals and shared visions, effective communication and engagement, designing collaborative initiatives, building trust, ensuring accountability, and then in the end, the way forward. I'll request BYK to share the presentation, so you don't need no need to take photos and all. Just share the presentation. It is not like something I will keep to myself. So first of all, we all understand because as initially I asked that you guys having an understanding of what is skill development, so that you know what benefits it is giving to the society. That is all we are aware, and in the initial talk I have already shared that yes, it is creating an impact to the beneficiary and their respective families, to great extent to the socio-economic of the particular region or the society where the beneficiary is. Because अगर एक गांव से एक बच्चा जॉब करता है तो उसको देख के 10 बच्चे और इंस्पायर होते हैं. So it is it is a rippling effect which we create in the ecosystem at the society level, where there is a saying in Hindi, खरबूजे को देख के खरबूजा रंग बदलता है. I don't know the English of it, but it's like when you see others, you try to understand and try to imitate them. So that is how the skilling is creating impact, then definitely it helps people to earn their livelihood. So it reduces the poverty and inequality in the system. Then productivity and innovation, which is from the client side of it. So each and every company who's hiring any of the employee, that is main function is or main you know uh, intrinsic need is that there should be a productive. If I'm paying X amount, he should be working not for 24 hours, at least for wish is 48 hours, but at least for 36 hours. So that is kind of a productivity an employer wants from an employee. And then cost reduction and innovation also they look for. Now, so I have divided this in three parts. Then strategies for fostering partnerships, aligning state, interests with the government, with corporate, and with at the community level, and then building sustainable initiatives. So, from stakeholders' point of view, somebody who's funding any of the skilling initiative, what do you think, as per your understanding, why they want to fund it? Can the whole group give me, 3 pointers why anybody wants to fund skilling?
We'll have more better workforce, more.
We avoid unemployment ratio.
Sorry?
We avoid unemployment ratio.
Sir, think from the point of you are funding any of the skilling initiative. What is the motto of you funding? The money is going from your pocket. You want to improve that ratio.
No, and when
skilled worker for
Yes. So one is the industries do it to get the better trained manpower for their respective organizations. So that is one objective from the industry per se.
And more skilled workers, more good business and more money into this.
Yeah, so cost effectiveness that you can say, the reduction in the cost of production is definitely from the industry point of view. Anyone else want to try?
Enhance their goodwill and image.
Yes, so that is another important piece post-COVID. We all must have heard ESG.
Yes.
Yeah, so environment, social and governance. So earlier what was CSR, now there is a bigger gamut of things which is included, which is ESG. The companies are being rated on the ESG, there are different parameters, which is on the environmental friendliness, on social impacts and on the governance. Every company wants to improve their ESG scorecard because it will directly relate it to the funding. Okay, the company is performing better in terms of ESG, has higher chances to get the funds from the market, including the international markets. The company which is scoring low and creating negative impacts on society or environment, which includes carbon emission. There are lots of things which are there. So I'll not get into the details and the nitty-gritties, but yes, ESG is definitely. So that is what 3 points we got from the table is from the industry point of view. I want from government point of view, why government wants to fund skilling. Anybody like okay? So there was a recent news. Sorry.
आज जो मैं ऑब्जर्व कर रही हूँ आप सब नहीं आई थिंक दैट्स इनफ फॉर मी मैं जो आज ऑब्जर्व कर रही हूँ कि आप लोग बहुत मतलब इस तरीके से ले रहे हैं बिल्कुल इंटरेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं आपको पता है सर MEPSC से है बहुत बड़ा सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल है आप बहुत कुछ निकालना चाहो तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा
नहीं आज लास्ट डे आई थिंक
we can keep on interacting with him so that we can gain more knowledge बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं एक बहुत बड़ा सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिलर बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर रहा है और शिखर सर भी जब यहाँ पे आते हैं तो हम उनसे जितना मैक्सिमम ले सकते हैं हम ट्राई करते हैं सो वी कीप्स ऑन इनवाइटिंग हिम वेरी ऑफन तो आप सब लोग अच्छे से इंटरेक्ट करें और जो भी आपको क्वेश्चन लगता है, क्वेरी रहता है,
Note.
वो आप बिना झिझक के सर से पूछें, बिकॉज क्योंकि मैं ऑब्जर्व कर रही हूँ पीछे बैठ के कि कुछ यू आर नॉट इंटरेक्टिंग, ही इज आस्किंग बट यू आर नॉट रिप्लाइंग.
इमोशनल हो रहे हैं सब लोग। आखिरी दिन है।
इमोशन करेंगे बट थोड़ा सीख लेते हैं जो
लंच के बाद हम सब इमोशनल हो जाएंगे। मैं भी चला जाता हूँ। यस मैम प्लीज, यू नीड अ माइक।
वो फर्स्ट डे पे बताया गया था, जब फर्स्ट डे था हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट का ट्रेनिंग का, तो एक तो ये गैप है गवर्नमेंट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि एक तो 4.5 या 4.7 ही है
बिल्कुल सर।
सर्टिफाइड स्किल्ड लेबर यहाँ पे इंडिया में, ऊपर से रेटिंग जो आता है हमारा पूरा जो वर्ल्ड में, सो 160 या इससे बिलो या इसके आसपास ही रिवॉल्व कर रहा होता है।
Right.
और ये जो गैप है, मतलब बहुत सारी रिपोर्ट्स है, मल्टीपल रिपोर्ट्स है, अलग अलग दिन न्यूज़पेपर में, मैगजीन्स में, हर जगह आती रहती है कि एक सेक्टर में तो स्किल डेफिसिट है और एक सेक्टर में एम्पल वो लोग हैं, तो ये डिफरेंस जो है ये ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि किसी मेटिकुलसली काम करके ही दूर होगा, तो गवर्नमेंट का ये पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होगा।
Absolutely, ma'am. That is one of the key objective from the government point of view. Like I said, industries they need fund manage their day-to-day businesses. ESG is one thing on which they are being rated. Now the countries are also being rated by different monetary agency, IMF being one. So WHO is for healthcare. So IMF, which is International Monetary Fund. So there is a rating. So government of India or for the country by 2028, there is a certain percentage of the manpower which, as per the IMF, in proportion to the population of the country, they have to show them as a skilled. So all of a sudden we have seen, because again I take it that you know the skilling schemes and all that. So RPL, recognition of prior learning, क्या भला हो रहा है उससे? वो एक कुम्हार है या एक बढ़ई है या फिर एक कॉबलर है या फिर एक शू में any like there are many trades, so maybe tire tube repair operator है, तो उसको सर्टिफिकेट करके गवर्नमेंट को क्या फायदा होता है? Government, he'll continue his work. He's doing it from decades, and he'll like next decade also until his life, he will keep on continuing. But government is doing RPL, recognition of prior learning, and trying to certify him. PM Vishkarma, that's a classic scheme we have seen. There is an outlay, huge outlay by government of India for promoting PM Vishkarma, and the money is being spent on the kids. 15,000 rupees is for each and every beneficiary. There is a payout, 5 days training. I think 500 rupees per day, and all beneficiaries are getting. So why government is doing that? Okay, एक तरफ होता है, just take it as a joke, nothing from the government point of view, but vote bank. But there is a bigger objective, which is getting by 2028 to get a certain population to that percentage where we will qualify from IMF point of view that much percentage of population is skilled. That will show the health of the country as a country, how well we are doing, how many people are in the economic mainstream, because your skilled manpower translate to that. So that is one benefit. What else? Why do you think government or any other department they keep on doing it?
People getting funding from banking to loans. So bankers need some qualification, some skill certificate वगैरह. उसके लिए ये विश्वकर्मा ऐसे ट्रेन करके उसको qualification certificate दे रहे हैं.
You're right. So that is another benefit directly to the society, which is again a responsibility of the government. Like PM Swanidhi, there is a scheme for street vendors where they are provided a loan, a subsidized loan, because we all know these street vendors, they take money from these money lenders whose
That's right.
cuss word, they are blood suckers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so they are like charging nothing less than 20 to 50% monthly basis interest from these guys. So PM Swanidhi has a scheme again launched by Honorable Prime Minister to give them a benefit where they are certified and they will be again part of economic mainstream where they will be doing digital transactions where they will get benefit, and there are 3 tranches in which they'll get a loan. So, 20,000 is the first amount, and then 30,000, and the final amount is 50,000. So every time they take, they have to first return it, and then they are eligible for the next tranche. So that is one. Mudra.
There is one more thing, like we are planning to become third developed country by 2047.
Absolutely.
And we are already fifth largest economy, soon will be third largest economy, but there is a huge gap between the rich section of the society, like 1% is owning I think 54% of the resources, and less are surviving in whatever is left over. So to part that gap also, government must be planning for such kind of schemes.
Absolutely. So the bridging the divide and the income levels of different groups. So that is another way of doing it. So they cannot keep on giving subsidies for 2,000, 3,000 rupees monthly. There is a limit to it, and there is a limited fund. So it's better to equip a person. So that is the idea. So yes, government is taking these initiatives. So PM Swanidhi, morning I was here. So PM Mudra loan, you guys are aware. So that is again from the government standpoint, which they are doing to promote entrepreneurship within the country.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, like I have a request, like can you please use English and Hindi?
Yeah, sure. Sure, sir, sorry.
From these participants.
Yeah. So you want me to continue in Hindi or English?
No, you can.
Okay,
English.
Okay.
English. You'll try to mix it up 50-50%. So there are participants from various parts of the country. Let's not go with English completely. Let's not go with Hindi completely.
Done.
Mix करके चला लीजिए.
हम मिक्स ही हो जाएगा. अच्छा आधा आधा समझने के बाद. Okay. So sir.
तो मैं हिंदी में ही पूछता हूँ. जैसा भी आपने कहा, जैसा कि आपने भी कहा कि गवर्नमेंट wants to promote entrepreneurs, skills, entrepreneurism movement, और उसके लिए वो बहुत सारी योजनाएं ले आ रही हैं so that एक ही तरफ की ऊंचाई में बढ़ती रहेगी, टाटा बिरला ये सब बनते रहे और नीचे वाले, और दूसरी तरफ बिकॉज ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स ये भी चला जा रहा है कि 250 रुपए देंगे, स्कूटी देंगे, ये देंगे, वो देंगे. अभी मैं इसको इस तरह से देख रहा हूँ, मतलब मैं इस पर्सपेक्टिव में पूछ रहा हूँ कि आप सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल हैं, आपको ये बोला गया है कि आप इसको प्रमोट कीजिए कि लोग अपने बल पे खड़े हो सकें. ये कौन बोल रहा है आपको? गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है. दूसरी तरफ गवर्नमेंट चुनाव जीतने के लिए, मतलब गवर्नमेंट नहीं, पार्टीज चुनाव जीतने के लिए इस तरह की भी चीजें बहुत रैम्पेंट लेवल पे कर रही हैं. मैं आपको खाने पे बुलाऊं, साथ में एक मिर्ची का कटोरी रख दूं और एक हलवे का, आपको एक चम्मच बोलूं कि इसका जो तरीका है वो ये है कि आप एक चम्मच हलवा खाइए, फिर एक चम्मच मिर्ची खाइए. आप कहाँ पहुंचेंगे जब दोनों कटोरी खत्म हो जाएगी? आपको क्या लगता है कि आप कहाँ तक पहुंच पाएंगे? Anyway, whatever he has given answer, because the way it is going on, the path we have chosen, this is something very confusing. So what you think, because the biggest challenge is on you. It means biggest challenge is on skill council. They are not able to understand actually government is what is actually the willing. They told us to do these things, and then they are the biggest hurdle. So what do you think, and what is your dilemma that we want to understand? And in these circumstances, how you think you can do something better for the society? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I'll say I'll want to skip not to answer some part of your
Yeah,
question.
I know.
Yeah, because I don't want to be politically correct or incorrect. So I'll not answer that. So government has given us certain vision, certain mandate,
Yes.
certain path to move. And वो घोड़ा होता है ना जिसके दोनों ऐसे लगा होता है इधर देखना ना इधर देखना so I'll want to we as a sector skill council we want to follow that path. I know there are lot many hurdles, there are lot many challenges, there are lot many interventions which we are dealing in day-to-day life. But the end objective is if we're able to impact one life through our intervention, we are happy to do that. And we'll continue that path. That is my take. And, as a sector skill councils, others also, they are doing a similar thing that we are facing challenges of like that. Sir, आपने तो मिर्ची और वो दिया बाकी बहुत कुछ होता है
तो मैं सब नहीं बोलूंगा ना आप तो बाकी तो आप जानते ही हैं
मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि बहुत कुछ होता है तो बट टू बी ऑन सेफ साइड इज ऑलवेज अबाउट हलवा भी एंड मिर्ची थैंक यू वी आर गुड विद आवर दाल रोटी दैट इज माय टेक
ये आंसर आपने दिया है बढ़िया लिखे सब कुछ कर दिए बहुत अच्छा रहा वाकई
थैंक यू सर थैंक यू सो मच. So, okay, so we have discussed what is the take of industry. Yes, and one thing which I would like to add from my side is the CSR. So, each and every industry is mandated to spend 2% of their CSR on skilling or related, CSR activities which is defined in the CSR Act. So, if a company is making more than 5 CR of profit in a year, so they are supposed to spend 2%. अब वो 2% कंबल बांटने में जाएगा तो 2% स्किलिंग में जाएगा दैट इज अप टू यू नॉट अप टू द कंपनी. सो माय रिक्वेस्ट सिंसियर रिक्वेस्ट बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप्स दैट सो यू आर द ब्रांड बाय योरसेल्फ, योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज अ ब्रांड, you are the only person who is responsible to promote that brand. ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, आपकी जवाबदेही है अपनी कंपनी अपनी ब्रांड के लिए जिसको आप रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो कि आप कैसे अपने आप को प्रोजेक्ट करते हो. डोंट थिंक दैट वो बड़ा है या मैं छोटा हूँ या वो मैं बड़ा हूँ या वो छोटा है. Okay, so just again going back to my example, till 14 years of my career I was doing operations. मेरे को सिर्फ operations like standards, quality, skill gap, all those things. So last year my CEO called me that we have recently shifted. Earlier we were at X location of Delhi. The rent was somewhere around 1 lakh per month. Now we have moved to Connaught Place. The rent is 1.5 times. Okay, so like it's 5 lakh per month now. So the CEO said everybody has to get business. I said okay. So and throughout my career of 14 years till last year, I've done zero business development, no business development at all, nothing. Either I'll start thinking that या तो मुझे नहीं आता है, and I start looking for a job, or I start using my connects and tell कि now I want you to get business for me. And whatever, so my approach is to all my partners that wherever you are going, if you think that as a sector skill council representative, if I'll come along with you and I'll able to add any value of that to that conversation, I'll be more than happy. Believe you me. So believe you me. So my pipeline is somewhere. I'm not talking very big. It's like somewhere around 130 CR. From in 1 year, so 0 to 1 is like pipeline is this much. I've already got a business of 31 CR for the organization.
Wonderful.
And I'm likely to get in a couple of months 30 CR more. All government business.
Now, if we leave that amount what you are telling, so if we don't have, suppose that if you don't mention about the amount, still a person who have 14-15 years of experience in something else, suppose that operations or management, whatever it is, because BD is something कोई बोलता है तो दिमाग खराब हो जाता है. मतलब if you are not from that particular department, because it takes a different sort of attitude, it takes a different sort of mindset, it takes a different sort of knowledge, it takes a different sort of skill and connections as well. अब वो 1 रुपए किसी के जेब से निकलवाना, ये मतलब ब्रह्मा जी ने अलग से आपको कोई ज्ञान दिया हो तो अलग बात है, नहीं तो वो अपने से सोचना कि ठीक है चलो कोई बात नहीं ये चैलेंज भी ले लेते हैं, दैट इज समथिंग ग्रेट. इट मींस इफ यू हैव थॉट इन दैट वे, नहीं तो तुरंत आदमी सोच लेता है 14 साल का अनुभव है, ये जबरदस्ती फालतू टेंशन दे रहे हैं, दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है, अनुभव तो है ही मुझे, नौकरी बहुत है. बट टेकिंग दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ चैलेंज, यू नो, एंड देन आपने बताया भी कि इतना इतना हो भी गया, वो शायद इसीलिए हो पाया कि जैसे ही बोला उन्होंने, आपने एनालाइज किया और आपको लगा कि नहीं ठीक है यार, इतने साल का अनुभव है, अगर मैं वही करता रहूंगा तो अच्छा हो सकता है कर लूं, लेकिन अगर दूसरे में जाऊं और मेरा वो अनुभव काम में आ सकता है, दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ माइंडसेट, ये थोड़ा सा वैसे तो मुश्किल है, लेकिन आपने किया, उसके लिए आप साधुवाद के पात्र हैं. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir. So the approach which I thought and I followed, as rightly said, sir rightly said that मेरे पास ऐसा नहीं था कि जॉब नहीं मिलता या फिर नौकरी में चेंज नहीं कर सकता. So I like थोड़ा है इंडस्ट्री में that I can get a job and I was getting offers, nothing like that. But when I first day I started that instead of thinking what's there in for me, I started thinking what I can offer. What's the value proposition I can create for my clients, for industry, be it for the government departments or for, to the organizations like those who have done nothing or know nothing about skilling. What kind of value propositions? And there are different value propositions, mind you, that somebody looks, when you are associated with bigger this thing, like let's say if you are a partner with NSDC, how many of you, by the way, have PM logins on SIDH, Skill India Digital Hubs? Can you please, as an organization, how many of you have PM logins?
So not with the organization which I am representing here, but the organization I was heading earlier,
Right.
Seva International.
Right.
So we were doing that.
Great.
We were doing that.
Okay, so is there a cost of 2 PM logins, sir? If you can please help our audience. Is there a cost attached to it for a
Yes.
PM login?
No, for login there is no any cost.
No cost. So that was the answer I'm looking for. Go and register yourself. It's a free of cost, and you are registered on the national portal SIDH. That is the value you can create for yourself. Who's stopping you? You go register your organization on SIDH, Skill India Digital Hub, which is a central repository for all the skilling. The first thing you go, I like all the trainings which I will do for you is through SIDH. You have created a value. So that is how I started. I will not do any single number without taking it to SIDH. Whole value chain, I'll be covering that in my second presentation, that what is the monitoring, what all we do. So that is the value I have created for a client. That was, मैं पेपर पे रिपोर्टिंग नहीं करूंगा, एक्सेल पे रिपोर्टिंग नहीं करूंगा, ओवर द मेल रिपोर्ट नहीं करूंगा, आपको सारा डेटा मैं SIDH से फेच करके दूंगा. आप जब कभी भी चाहें आप चेक कर सकते हैं. My certificates will come from SIDH with a government logo, with NCVT logo, with credits, with QR scanner. Anybody and everybody from any corner of this world can verify the credentials. You have created a value for yourself as well for your organization, and it is free. So register yourself. So this is what I meant when I started thinking in terms of value creation, that what all I can offer to my clients I am talking to. Nothing, so there is a separate vertical, again going back to my organization, which is heading, which is a business development vertical. So they were doing trainings, they were doing everything, but they were not bringing the clients on SIDH. So I see the value which I can create and which I started offering, and there is a large partners of mine who started seeing value in it, because I'm sure you guys are aware also in the past 5 days somebody has mentioned of credits, NCRF. Okay, yes or no? As a whole group, can I hear? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the credits is, there is a value add to the participants and the beneficiaries. So that is an awarding body. I have that advantage. And when the certificate is coming from SIDH, it by default has the credits on it. So So sometimes we have to understand the stakeholders' intent, sometimes we have to create the interest. And our role is to create the interest. That whatever value from nothing, but you will start creating, that will keep you away or a notch higher from your competition. And competition is who? Is like other NGO or other training partner or other skilling partner who's operating in that particular region. So for alignment in terms of industry, we have to see like what are the common objectives. So mostly CSR companies, mostly companies those who are spending on CSR, they have PSUs. I know large amount post COVID is going to PM cares, but still there is a lot many activities which they are doing, which you can always go to their website, see, the PSUs or Maharatnas, Miniratnas, Navratnas, they are operating within your locality or your region. You know each and every one of them, not personally but by name. Go to their website, have a dedicated person who will visit their website, identify which all areas they are spending their CSR money. Every year, now is the time where they'll start finalizing Feb to March their next year's CSR activities and plan. Submit a proposal. Proposal won't take much time to develop and submitting is free. Okay. Submit a proposal, leave your mark. Once 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year down the line, somewhere you will get an opportunity to go and interact with them or have a connect with them. You can always use LinkedIn to identify who is the right person whom you should approach, which I'm like doing in day-to-day life to understand that. So recently I got a CSR through with one of the organizations. So this is how my approach was, that I'll keep on submitting the proposal. Proposal is not much. You just need to identify your strong areas, your partner interest, that if they are doing skilling, which sector they are doing skilling, and how can you enhance the value, or maybe lowering the cost. That is again a key factor when any company is being shortlisted by because there is something called technical and financial. So in terms of financial rounds, so if you are giving a better value proposition in a lower cost, there is a 99% chances that your organization is being shortlisted. So that is one approach which you can take. So identify the PSUs, those who are operating, or the departments, those who are funding skilling, and start targeting them and target them hard. Keep on pushing. Every month do a follow-up. Mail follow-up won't cost you much, or there's no cost attached to it, but keep on following up. At least one day they respond. Again, developing mutual benefits, you have to understand the company's vision and mission. Align your projects or your proposals in accordance to the company's vision and mission, that what they are trying to achieve and how you can help them to achieve. Data-driven decision making. This is again when you are offering a certificate, which is, for example, Reliance and XYZ training partner, for example, LaborNet. Reliance and LaborNet is issuing a joint certification. Whether do you think that certification holds much more value, or the certificate which is coming from SIDH holds much more value?
Yes, I did.
Absolutely. So if you're able to create that, everything is verified, everything is from the government portal, everything is scrutinized, and everything is being monitored, and I'm giving you this kind of certificate, you have created a value proposition in terms of data, in terms of certification, in terms of client to respond, because every CSR, whatever they are giving it to you, they come under audit, right? So everything is being sorted. If you will, you change your approach a bit. So the this I have already said that building a communication framework, where we should hold regular stakeholders meeting, try to be part of each and every. So I think 10 plus states reps are here. You are know your skill development missions within the state. I'm sure you are very much connected with them. I'm taking it a guess that you are connected with them. So they keep on coming with the RFPs. Can you name 5 different websites where we see these RFPs and expression of interest? One from each table.
NGO box.
Yes.
Cabinet jobs. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Funds
Yes,
for
sir.
NGO.
Sorry?
Funds for NGO.
Right.
CSR box.
Right.
Partner.
हमारे पास बचा नहीं क्या है वो जिसको हम भेज सकते हैं जैसे आप CSR
Partners network. This I have not heard. This is you are from, sir?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. So they have pan India these RFPs. Okay. What else? Any from this table?
Star Guide.
Star Guide.
One stage.
Okay. There now new names are coming. I'm sure we have 40 participants, so we got around 7 names as of now.
Yes. No, fine.
Right. The idea is go register yourself. It is again, there's no cost to it. At least till then you are not aware what RFP, what is EOI, who's floating that EOI, how will you respond to it? कोई आके तो बताएगा नहीं हमको कि भैया ऐसे पे अप्लाई कर दो. अगर ऐसा होता तो फिर बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन you have to keep on looking for your business, for your organization, for yourself. You have to create that network, and then you have to keep regular, communication with the person responsible for floating that RFP. That क्या हुआ? Any update? Any loophole? You want me to revisit the financials? You want to offer me something? All those things, but that will happen with the regular communication. So proposal is the first baby step you will take while developing, while targeting any of the companies for this thing, for CSR or for RFP or for expression of interest. But then the major part of or your energy should go into the communication, engaging with them, understanding their need, evolving it. So recently, again, there's an example of BOCW. They came out with RFP for MP, Madhya Pradesh. So BOCW is for construction workers. Okay, I'm sure some people, few of you are aware that. So there is a different BOCWs across the India for different states. They are working. It is mainly for construction workers. This time I had a tough tussle with them to include management roles. As I said, because we are a horizontal sector skill council, I said all alone construction workers will not help. You need to have some or the other management skills also to manage those construction workers. So I got my 2 of the job roles included in that RFP. But again, it got rejected. So what is my take on it? I know nothing. So there was a few points on which they asked, they said that on basis of this, your response to the RFP is not acceptable, and that is why we are not accepting your proposal. So I gave them the self-declaration that whatever your pointers are, whatever your observations are, we are taking it, and so basically they wanted the completion certificate, and most of the government projects, they give you a work order, but they don't give you a completion certificate. And you keep on chasing them, but they'll never ever give you even a mail confirmation that the project has been over. So understanding that, I gave them the self-declaration on my letterhead saying that my work is over. You can see the accounts, financials, that I have already received the project money, which was earmarked for that particular project. So as per my understanding, and I'm certifying it, that I have completed the work. So still this is going on. So that is how we keep on engaging with stakeholders on day-to-day basis, that wherever the problem is, we'll try to resolve it. If it is not happening this year, okay, we'll try for next year. They keep on floating these RFPs and EOIs. Only thing we need to know, when is this RFP is being published in the portal, public portal. So again, as we just now had 7 names, before you guys depart or do that 3 idiot का valedictory ceremony के भैया रोना वोना, उससे पहले at least discuss internally and get 5 names each of you, unique names, register your organizations on those portals. So at the first go, whenever there is RFP, you are intimated. You don't need to apply, because every RFP you cannot, I cannot. There are selective RFPs which we are eligible, which we can apply. So you have to be, but at least you should know when that RFP is out in the market, right? The whole objective of this is that there should be awareness amongst ourselves or amongst the organization that this RFP is out, and I am the first one who's going to apply. So again, through RFPs, so the budgets and everything, the fund allocation, defined roles and responsibilities, this all should be a part of your proposals. So monitoring I'll be covering in my next this thing, because monitoring as a whole, when it comes to the government funds, there's a lot of things which has happening, which takes lot of toll, lot of energies, lot of reports which you need to submit on a daily basis, and there are different levels of monitoring, which is a value add as well as cumbersome process, and give you a lot of troubles. But the best part is, once you overcome all the monitoring and achieve the desired results, nobody can question that this project is being compromised or the process is not followed. Everything is being taken care of. Always open for the feedback, whatever feedback you are getting from the client side or from your partners or your within the organizations for the proposals or for the RFP, be open to it. These are the government schemes which are quite popular, so I'm sure and we have already discussed, like PMKY, DDJKY, NAPS, and there are lot many schemes which are there. If I'm not wrong, we are somewhere we are participating 57 plus schemes as an organization, which is in and around skill development. And I'm sure there will be, if you go around at the community, at the district level, then at the state level, and then at the central level, we will add on all the schemes together. We will find out like 300 or 400 plus schemes. I'm not talking about the industry, I'm talking only about the government. They are doing, and the government departments are doing. So when the government is floating any of the scheme, who will be the beneficiary of it? We as a skilling partner. Only we can implement that scheme. Government directly, they do not have a bandwidth and they do not have the mechanism to implement it. So they need us. We need them for funding, they need us for implementation. So it is a win-win game for both of us. Only thing is, I need to be first in the line. If I'll keep on waiting that anything will fall or like from the sky, it won't happen. We'll like, हमें पेड़ हिलाना पड़ेगा और वो सेब गिराना पड़ेगा. Again, engaging with NSDC, SSCs, so that is again, it is free of cost. That is not any charge to it. Sector Skill Council, as you must be aware now, there are 37, 36 sector skill councils. Are we in touch with all of them? Rough estimate, यहाँ पे कितनी organizations बैठी हैं? Come on, day 5 है, आप तो पता ही होगा. 30 is the organization size or the number of participants? Number of participants, I was told 40.
Mostly one person from each organization. Only two, three organizations have two members.
So we'll take an average around 20 plus organizations.
Yes, 25. 25.
Yeah, 25. मैं किसी को नहीं जानता और you guys know MEPSC. Why there is a disconnect? There must be something wrong between us. Although we do not have any relationship as of now, but कुछ तो गलत हुआ होगा जो हम एक दूसरे को नहीं जानते. Right. So that is what I'm trying to say, that if you want to have a strategic partnership and you want it to nurture it, you want it to grow, you need to start somewhere, and start point is reach out. That's surprisingly, I have 25 organizations sitting, those who are from the skilling. Again, I'll take it as a guess because it was told to me. So skilling, but they don't know a sector skill council which is working very actively in management entrepreneurship. I'm sure that is also your, not 25, but at least 10 organizations, those who are working in the field of management, soft skills, entrepreneurship. Correct me if I'm wrong. और यहाँ पे कोई नहीं, सारे वाले वो है, कंस्ट्रक्शन वाले हैं या कैपिटल गुड्स वाले हैं, माइनिंग वाले हैं, सब बिग वो है स्किल पार्टनर्स, because that is capital intensive sectors. So for any training in capital goods, somewhere you need an investment of 50 lakh plus, because उनके जो equipments and machinery required for delivery of the training, that will lab setup will cost that much. For me, it is like 15 computer चाहिए, काम हो जाएगा. And entrepreneurship, we don't even need computers. So that is the basic of fostering partnership. Is the whole genesis of this session is reach out to the people, reach out to the stakeholders. You know it better. Like 37 pick and choose करना है, at least 10 sector skill councils से connect तो बनाओ. I'm not saying go and register with them. So there is a membership fee which every sector skill council charge to register you as a training partner or industry partner. So for me, I can tell you, it is 28,000 for one job role, one sector for 1 year, and then renewal basis 13,000 for my council. But I'm not saying you start, but you go and start, you pay me 28,000. I like establish a relationship, talk to the people. You can very well find out who are the key stakeholders or who are the key people in that particular sector skill council. If it is in your area of interest, do that. PPP model again. So it is, as a solution provider, what I can offer or what I have offered to one of my clients is, so the client said that I'll pay only for training, from where I'll get the money for certification. There is a charge, there is a cost towards everything, which is to be shared between some his stakeholders, those who are operating in that area. For training, you understand that whatever money you will get for the training, it will not limited to you. It will be some money will go for the trainer's certification. Some money will go for what are the different cost heads when the training is and like in terms of expenses. Can I have some cost heads?
Logistics.
Logistics for what?
Stationery.
Sir, one by one, please. Sir.
Stationery.
Stationery is not a part of logistics. It's a material, na?
The space where the training will be.
Infrastructure. Right.
Then the training materials.
Right.
Trainers required and their salaries.
Right.
And then all the training.
Travel. Okay, I take that. You are coming differently. Logistics or travel is like I take that. But there is no cost for travel, sir. Travel cost कितना ही होगा. So the trainer is staying nearby. You.
एक चीज जो मैं पूछना चाह रहा था.
Sir.
मे बी अलग हो सकता है. ट्रिपल पी मॉडल में कितना लाभ मिल पाता है पब्लिक को, क्योंकि ये मैं बहुत दिन से सोच रहा था. मैं किसी एक ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन का रजिस्ट्रार था कभी, तो मैं यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए ट्रिपल पी मॉडल पर उनका एक प्रपोजल ड्राफ्ट करके आया था.
राइट सर.
और मुझे ये लगा कि कहीं कहीं ऐसा अनुभव भी होता है कि जो चीज़ अगर कोई जनता के लिए वैसे अगर सरकार डायरेक्ट इम्प्लीमेंट करती है, जो चीज़ अगर उसको 1,000 रुपए की मिलनी है, ट्रिपल पी मॉडल में वही चीज़ शायद 5,000 रुपए की इसको मिलती है. तो ये लाभ कैसे हुआ? मतलब ये हो सकता है हम गलत भी हों, तो प्लीज बताइए आपके हिसाब से क्या है.
Right. So sir, I'll keep myself limited to skilling because my reference of mentioning PPP, public-private partnership model in this particular session is in regard to the skilling. So the example which I was trying to share with you is there is an organization who is willing to pay towards the training. Now there is a second cost which is attached to it is assessments. So this particular organization is getting funds from international funding. They are training nothing less than 1 lakh plus people. But when it comes to the certification, they are not willing, or the international funders, they are not willing. So now where my role comes is to bring, or what I did, I asked government to support for that certification. Because 600 rupees is what the certification per candidate government has prescribed. 600 into 1 lakh, we are talking of 6 CR. So obviously 6 CR, the budget, the international funders, they won't approve at one go. So that is why we have asked government to support it. And now this model is being implemented. So that is how we, in our council, we have established this PPP ecosystem.
मतलब आप ये अलग से मैं पूछता हूँ इसको, मतलब उससे मत जोड़िए चाहे तो.
सर वो मैं लंच पे बात करूँ.
ऑफलाइन.
ठीक ऑफलाइन.
It will be easier for me to speak.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so as I said, aligning ESG goals, we already discussed. So as ESG stands for environmental, social and governance, and ESG framework, it is again available on the internet. Please go understand and then make your client understand that what value you are bringing when you are saying ESG to them. That how it is going, how your training or your intervention can help him in terms of social and governance impact. Environmental, there won't be a much impact, but in terms of social and governance, because you will be helping them with the reports and the audited reports, and when you are doing the trainings through SIDH, everything is documented with the government. So I am doing a project with UNICEF, where I propose that I will do everything from SIDH. They got pretty excited. So I'm sure you, ये वाले project का तो नाम सुना होगा आपने, passport to earning. Okay, has anybody implemented this? Passport to earning. So UNICEF, please, again, I'm saying there is a very, I am not doubting your experience, your knowledge, but if you guys are into skilling and these things, I'm not getting the response. या तो आप लोग वाकई में बोर हो रहे हो, या फिर I think you guys are not interested in this, serious interest नहीं है. So passport to earning, UNICEF is doing from last 7 years. Every year they are training 6 to 7 lakh candidates online. Yes, online. Per candidate they are paying 100 rupees. RFP every year comes out in the month of October. It's a very simple RFP, not very detailed.
Passport to?
Earnings, P2E.
It's a UNICEF project.
It's a UNICEF project.
Lot of address and all international organizations.
Sir, because I got associated with them very recently, so there are only 11 organizations working as of now with them. Most of them, or some of them, they are outsourcing it. They are not doing it by themselves. They are getting it done through local channel partners, sharing some amount. So, अगर 100, मतलब it's again economies of scale. 5 to 7 lakh numbers into 100. So we are talking of again something in CR crores, and that is every year. And the training is on basics of financial literacy and basics of digital literacy. Okay, so these are the two courses. Course duration is 30 hours each. So beneficiary can join both. You will get 200 per beneficiary. So that is, and this is very basic. You can do it in college, you can do it in school, you can do it in any of area of your choice. And this is a big project, as per my understanding, because the size is very huge.
Financial details, दूसरा क्या होता है?
Sorry?
Financial digital literacy.
Financial and digital literacy, right?
See, this just for my understanding.
So,
There are different sort of other programs also which is going on in this particular domain.
Right.
Like we as an organization, we also run these sort of programs. For some programs are 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours. No? But definitely those are articulated by our team only. So I don't know what is the differentiation part between our program, because that is also incorporating very normal sort of things which everyone have to know. So is this program is in that much of detail or what? That I just wanted to know. Definitely you know about this, you don't know about my program, but that is not a very detailed. That is just to understand. It means how to go ahead in these both domain.
What are prerequisites to work with this?
then that is a homework for you. So to coming to your question is, I don't think there is a much difference because financial literacy remains the same. Somebody is delivering in 5 hours, somebody is delivering it in 500 hours as well. Okay. Only the content changes, only the topics will remain. They must be just touching upon it, not giving them detailed information.
Yes.
So IIT की इंजीनियरिंग भी इंजीनियरिंग ही है और Tier 3 टाउन की इंजीनियरिंग भी इंजीनियरिंग ही है. Only thing is the certificate which makes a difference. When it is coming with UNICEF and the content is developed by NIIT, so it is coming with these two brand certification. There is a value. So they are doing it from last 7 years. Again, they have partnered with us, so they want certificate from SITH. So for which we are providing them the solution. Again, the RFP will be out by October. Again, I request you to go through, keep a track of it. There is something called RSS feed, जिसमें आपको नोटिफिकेशन आता रहता है. Register it, again it's free of cost.
Okay.
इतना कुछ फ्री बता रहा हूँ. वो कहते हैं आजकल सॉरी दिल्ली में अभी लास्ट इलेक्शन खत्म हुआ तो एक वो चल रहा था रेबड़िया पार्टी जा रही है. So whatever is free, please utilize it. They won't cost you much. Only you have to spend some time on the net. So, and there are different these I'm forgetting the word embassies. So there are different embassies which earmark funds for skilling programs. So I'm sure if you are coming from any of the metros, you have a respective embassy. Do visit their website. There are a lot of multilateral organizations, ILO, UNICEF, USAID. they are doing lot many projects because ASEAN countries is somewhat they are focusing on. They keep on coming up with projects, so do keep a track of it, do visit them, register yourself on these websites. It will definitely help you, not immediately कि आप कल जाओगे परसों प्रोजेक्ट मिल जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा. It will take some time, you will get hang of it, but it will be good for you as well as for your organization and wherever you will going to serve because skilling is something यहाँ पे retirement नहीं होने वाला. So it's like after 60, if we all, let's say, we achieve that mark, the senior citizen, अगर हम सब 60 के हो गए, by God grace, and हम सब retire हो गए, then there is a lot of many consultant which is required and lot many, and if you are registered, you know the project, then also you create a value for not for your immediate organization, then for yourself. Okay, and mind you, companies are working where they are on the partnership model, where you are getting the project, you have the licensing, you have the connects, you're getting the projects, you will get certain percentage upfront for getting that project.
So in domain, the other is broadly two parts. One on ground skilling, teaching different sort of programs or implementing projects. These are the two things. Either imparting training or doing that on ground. These are two sort of things.
How is it different?
See, skilling it is not just about skilling. Anyway, suppose there is a one project. In skilling domain, there is one project that you are training on ground. Second, it is just training sort of thing. Suppose that you came here. You are just giving training. The second sort of training is आप किसी को कुछ मशीन लगा के वहाँ पे लोगों को एम्प्लॉय करके वो ट्रेनिंग दिलवाते हैं. नहीं कोई बात नहीं, आवाज आ रही है, बार आपको लाना पड़ता है. तो ये जो इस तरह की ट्रेनिंग्स हैं, जो कि एक तरीके से सॉफ्ट ट्रेनिंग्स आप बोल सकते हैं, वो उसमें उसके अलग से ये RFPs निकलते हैं या वो साथ में बंडल रहते हैं? That I just wanted to know. या आपके यहाँ से जो निकलते होंगे आपके सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल?
No, so we as a sector skill council, we are not floating RFPs, and mostly the RFPs which we float is about the development of qualification or skill gap. Okay. So what I can understand from your question is, so the skilling, which is vocational education you are talking about, other is the skilling which corporates.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is L&D budget, learning and development budget, with each and every corporate. They are, again, it's a earmark budget. It's a part of their expenses plan. They keep it, and they are supposed to spend it. And HRs, ये Feb और March में they reach out to each and every organization which is known to them. So that is why I'm saying go and register yourself. कि आओ एक training कर दो. क्योंकि उनको ये खर्च करना होता है, which is mandated. Again, it is a part of bigger picture, which is ESG. That how much company is employee centric, how much they are spending on their employees, well-being of their employees, training of their employees. So everything percolates down to the performance when the ESG parameters are being evaluated. So the each and every training which organization is gonna conduct or is doing for their employees gives them some percentage of points as a department to L&D, which is mainly a part of HR. Okay, most of the organizations, they do not have a separate L&D department. It is under their HR only, their HR's responsibility, but they have funds. So identify the organizations, those who are operating, customize the training modules as per their needs. There you not need SIDS certification, company themselves, or you can bring a value proposition that, okay, fine, I will bring XYZ certification. So like, for example, if it is IT related, then you can always get Google or IBM. They are doing lot many trainings in India. Again, they are doing it at free of cost. Post-COVID, there is a very significant change in how the training delivery or how the training structure is being followed across the world. earlier when everybody was doing it physical, COVID they realized, and now everything is available online as free of cost. Again, there won't be a charge, but getting a person. Okay, so we all know that there are lot many things which are available free. Even Harvard, they have started giving their courses free of cost. But have we ever tried go register and take any of the course? No, we don't.
I did that.
So kudos to the sir that he has gone and undertaken some of the courses. I did 1 or 2 certification on LinkedIn. That's it, and that too in 2020 when COVID was there. I was sitting idle at home. After that, I have done nothing. Now again, the value proposition, what I can or you can bring to the table to the corporates and specifically to L&D departments, because when it is mandated by HR, you have to attend this training, and those particular set of employees will come and sit for the training, and you can train them then on the module which is available on free of cost. They'll get the certificate, you will add value, you will get some charges and honorarium for yourself or for your organization, and that will be a repetitive business. Once you register, every time HR find it very troublesome process to identify new subject matter expert, reaching out, sign an MOU, and then get into this training and everything. So they keep on repetitively going to the same set of experts that you come and conduct and deliver this kind of a training. Okay, so government point of view, placement linkages. That is again a very important and very crucial aspect. Although under the PMKVY, there's a discounted pricing. So earlier, whatever X amount we were getting, so government has said that we don't want you to continue with the placement, the respective training providers, and we will be hiring a separate agency for conducting placements of the candidates, whosoever is getting trained under the gamut of PMKVY. And on that particular point, they propose a discount of 35% on the training fee. Okay, so they did that, but then they realized that they will not be able to do so. So again, I'm not sure whether you are aware of the structure or somebody has already talked about it, but I'll just, on the cost of repetition, I'll say, so there is a EC, which is, sorry, I'm just forgetting the full form of EC. So there is a committee, executive committee, yes, absolutely right. So there is an executive committee which is headed by Joint Secretary MSD Sonal Mishra, Mrs. Sonal Mishra. So she is Joint Secretary MSD. She is currently heading it. So whenever there is a project, we or any XYZ organization brings to the table, first thing they don't like the word training partner. I'm not sure whether somebody has covered it, so I'm just sharing it. Yeah. So most of the projects currently which are being proposed to the executive committee is from the industry. Do you think industry, they have a bandwidth of SIDH or skilling, or they understand? They don't understand. Okay, so yeah, so another again, it is behind the curtain that the role is being played by the partners like you only. So the skilling partners, making them understand, bringing them on to the table of executive committee. Only the front, the name is of the industry, the project, everything is being implemented by respective training partners only, because as an industry, they do not have a bandwidth to implement that project.
You mean to say that we as NGOs must work with industries, and industries will be pitching it to EC because they don't like the term
training partners.
They don't find, so that is mindset, because since 2014 ministry got established, a lot of funds is gone in that. the result, which the kind of results which they wanted to see or which everybody is expected out of skilling, they haven't got it. So now they are approaching directly to the industry.
So are industries willing to work with NGOs?
Yes.
They are.
Yes, but the value, see, the whole thing is the value needs to be created, and the value who can create, only you can create, okay? So let's say you have an industry which is near to your NGO, okay, and you will go that, okay, you have a manpower of 500 people, I will get the RPL conducted for them at no cost. I will give you some money. Okay, so you are getting X amount from the government. You will say, I'll give you 10% of it per beneficiary. So if I'll say in the camp mode, 2300 is roughly for 12 hours of training we will get for one per participant. Let's say you offered that I will give you give me infrastructure, you give me your employees, I will deploy my trainers, I'll get the training conducted. So your mobilization cost becomes zero, your infrastructure cost becomes zero. You will put up a proposal. On that, you offer 10% of the revenue to them. Let's say 2300, you will give them the 230 rupees. You're still left with 2000 rupees. 500 into 2000 is your revenue.
And biometrics and everything, the infrastructure is PM, like the surveyor, whosoever is coming, will they approve it?
Yes. It's a camp location.
Camp
so
location.
Biometric is any which ways is already installed with almost of the organizations. They have the biometric attendance. So that issue is resolved. Only thing you need to get that report and submit it to the respective monitoring agency who's coming to you, or ABUS as attendance, you need to register that biometric on the ABUS platform. So that value only you can create. Industry is not aware that there's something called PMJE1. For them it is not existence. It's like he's happy with his in nutshell. But you have to create the value and you have to tell that if you will get your manpower certified, it will be counted as a part of your ESG work which you are doing for your organization and for your well-being of your employees. So there's no cost to them and they are getting some revenue. Even the hiring plans, whatever the hiring plans they have, that can also be aligned with RTD. Okay, so RTD is again you are aware of. I'll not get into detail, but if you have that industry, once you do one or two projects with any of the industry, and they will have established faith on you, then you can propose a RTD, which is fresh skilling. First they recruit, even all the IT companies are doing like that. They are working like that. They first recruit and they recruit in bulk. They recruit these engineers in bulk and then they put them in a resource center where they get trained 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. And like in FIA, if I recall correctly, they have a program for 6 months. After that, there is a test. And whosoever qualifies the test gets a job. So RTD is again recruit, train and deploy. So first you recruit them, then you train them and then deploy them. So that is for the fresh skilling or fresh hiring. So these all values you can create for your respective industry partners you are in touch with or you can connect with. And government will also be happy because you are giving them the assured placements. So again, when I say utilizing local resources and there's schools, community center and panchayats, they are all available at no cost or very minimal cost. So their infrastructure you can utilize for trainings and other activities combining traditional and modern skills. Now there is another thing called futuristic skills. So most of the centrally whatever the schemes are driven, they are on the futuristic skills. Okay, then self-help groups, because there is a lot of funding. Just give me 5 minutes, Mika. building trust and ensuring accountability. It is all happens through a repetitive business. Your delivery, your commitment, your timely. Time is very important. That timely completion, timely reporting. Each and every milestone which is promised is delivered as per the timeline. With a Gantt chart, whatever you are preparing, think through it, revisit. That if you are all the milestones which is promised at the time of proposal, if you are achieving it, that will establish a trust in your system and processes. So, like monitoring and evaluation, this I'll be covering in my next session. And so this is again a proposed this thing that independent advisory committee. So wherever I go for a project, I'll suggest them that there should be a person responsible or a SPOC from your side and from my side, and most of the cases I'll be the SPOC from my organization. You will assign and we will work jointly. So I know, and then I'll get one person who is responsible and who's supposed to give me all the whatever I require, and other way around, I'm supposed to give all the whatever the company needs. So that two people forms a committee which works toward that particular project. Then regular impact report, tech-driven monitoring and reporting, third-party audits, so which is again part and parcel of all the skilling projects. These are some case studies and success stories in terms of PPP model we talked about. So this is for PMKY and Tata Strive. They are doing, and recently, I'm not sure, it's again a rumor. It's a Chinese whisper, it's spreading really fast. Reliance, they got some huge targets. Nobody, it is not precedented. So first time in the country, a private player, an industry conglomerate has got that kind of a target is huge. It's like somewhere in lakhs. And similarly, they are planning to give it to others as well. They have identified 5 to 6 large industry groups where Adani is definitely second. So Reliance is covered, Adani, and then they are planning Godrej, Tata, and 2 more organizations to give these kind of targets. Because I'm sure they got a huge budget, which you are aware. Then CSR, L&T Constructions, so they have established their own skilling training institutes. And this is a community-driven model, which is Didi Ki Dukaan, which we are implementing within our Sector Skill Council. So this is again a very innovative model. What we are doing, this is like around costing 60 to 70,000 per shop. So this is a CSR model we are doing in the different companies. We are getting their CSR funds and establishing it. It's a self-sustainable model where we are picking and selecting women entrepreneurs. And the criteria is they have to be below 35 years. They ideally should be living in a society where we have 2,000 plus people present. They should have 25 to 50,000 in their bank account. So these are the 3 criteria on which we are shortlisting. We are training them for 10 months. It is not a training, it's a hand holding. The whole model is we are opening a shop, a rented shop. We are getting them registered. We are getting electricity connections. We are getting their forward and backward linkages in terms of getting the raw material, in terms of selling it to the market. We are training them. And we are also giving them the seed money of rupees 18 to 20,000 per shop. So that 18 to 20,000 is for their initial month of sustenance, that they should able to run these shops at least for 3 to 4 months with the required raw material. So these are basically grocery shops. So ये ग्रोसरी शॉप्स अपनी जो दीदी हैं, द नेम इज वेरी फैसिनेटिंग, दीदी की दुकान. सो दीदीज अपनी शॉप खोलते हैं, they manage it, they keep on running it. That 25 to 50,000 what we are promising is that once we are out, ऐसा ना हो वो बंद कर दे from next day. They should keep on running it by themselves for next 6 months, meaning meeting the daily expenses or monthly expenses like rent and electricity. And so it is almost a year we are doing it. We have almost 100 plus shops, and mind you, none of the shops is closed till now. So we are doing it successfully, touch wood. And these didis, they are very proud of it. And now earlier whole idea started with grocery shops. Now didis are coming up with, or the other people seeing didis, they are coming up with the idea like they wanted to open a shop of other cosmetics or health related products for women and men, and then handicrafts. So these are the didis. Now the community is coming to us that we wanted to have other shops as well. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. That's it. Just an intermission. Picture abhi baki.
Yes.
So we'll have second session, and as per ma'am, we'll have a 10 minutes tea break. You can take 20 minutes also.
No, sir.
Already
we have a class teacher with us.